Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Powered by
RUSLAN 100% pure music. In association with Sping's perfumed deo for the active you.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Well, hello, namaste, and welcome to yet another fantabulous episode of the Livon Evening Show at 6, which comes to you every single day, 6 to 7 p.m. I am your host, Nikita, and आज मलाई कार्यक्रममा साथ दिनको लागि I have two special people all the way from Australia. The first name I'm going to take is, she's a model, she's a choreographer. I have Marissa Langtry. The next name I'm going to take is, she's also a model, and she's the face of Fashionmandu 2016. She is Racheal guest. Let's welcome her. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm perfectly fine. So how's it going? All the choreography and then practicing.
It's going really well. I was really nervous before I came to Nepal because I was told I might have to have an interpreter speak to the models.
Okay.
But everyone speaks English really well. So I actually slow down when I talk so everyone can understand. Yeah, everyone's learning really well. I'm very excited to see the end result for the show.
All right, Racheal, how's your stay in Nepal?
It's been amazing so far. It's definitely very different to Sydney, Australia. So different. The experience of the show itself has been, I just feel so blessed. It's been amazing. All of the models and the designers are so kind, and the organisers of the show are taking care of us so well, and it's so much fun to be in Nepal. We've been exploring a little bit. We have a lot more exploring to do, and Nepal is a beautiful country.
Thank you very much. Is this your first time in Nepal?
Yes.
Yes.
Both of you?
Yes.
So how did you find the country?
This is my third overseas trip for modelling, and I didn't expect it to be so unique, but it definitely is. This is the most unique, diverse and beautiful country I've been to. The culture here is so rich, but at the same time it's so different. It's amazing. I love going to the temples. There's all the Buddhist and the Hindu temples, and they're just so beautiful.
All right, Marissa, how's your stay going on? Where have you visited till date?
I can't remember the name, but we've been to one temple.
It's the
so
one,
far.
it's got a big gold monument with a face on it.
Okay, is that Bodhanath or Swambhunath?
Swambhunath.
Okay.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, so we've been there. It is so hot in Nepal at the moment, and in Australia it's currently winter.
Okay.
So we've gone from about 10 degrees to 30 degrees. So yeah, the weather's very hot. I'm not eating much food because the weather just doesn't want me to eat.
Oh, that's sad, but then you'll adjust.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay, with that, it's time we take our very first commercial musical break, but then I promise we're going to be back only on the Livon Evening Show at 6. Stay tuned.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Alright, so welcome back to the show. You're still watching Himalaya Television, and this be your favorite show, that is the Livon Evening Show at 6, and I am with Marissa and Racheal right here. And yes, we are going to talk about your role in Fashionmandu. So can you explain what are you guys doing right now?
Yes, yeah. I am the choreographer for Fashionmandu Runway show, and I am creating all of the sequences. So each designer has one sequence. Sequence is how all the models walk and pose. So we have 12 designers all together, and we have 40 models.
Ooh,
and
that's
then we
nice.
have Racheal and myself from Australia also modeling in the show.
Okay, so you're doing the choreography, you're doing the modeling as well.
Yes.
How do you manage it? Isn't it
I don't
hectic?
know.
She's a superwoman.
Yeah. I will teach one sequence, and if I'm in that sequence, I will watch everybody, and then I will run around and walk behind everyone else.
Okay, you are a superwoman. I agree to that. So Racheal, what is your role?
So my role is basically being the face of the fashion show, which is really special, and it's such an honour. Each year, this is the third year of Fashionmandu. running as a fashion show. So we've been operating for the past 2 years in Sydney, Australia, promoting Nepalese models, Nepalese designers, and a bit of fashion tourism. So my job is to be the representative of the fashion show. So to go around and tell everybody how amazing it is, and then to also be one of the guest models at the 2017 Fashionmandu show. So last year, at the 2016 Fashionmandu show in Sydney, I was just one of the 40 models. I was just a normal model. And they kept it a secret, but the whole time they were thinking about who had, I think they were looking for like personality, attitude, modelling skill, and the look, and all of that. And I just feel so lucky that they decided that I was the one to go to Nepal for this year's show.
So what is the difference between the 2 years, last year and this year in Fashionmandu?
Very, very different. So in Nepal, I feel like the culture here is a lot more celebrated. Everything that we are doing here is with Nepalese models, Nepalese designers, Nepalese music. It's a lot about the culture, and it's really special. In Australia, we're a very young country. We've only been colonised for about 200 years. So that means that we use a lot of other cultures as our influence, and Australia itself doesn't have such a strong culture. So we had a lot of models from different countries, from Russia, from the Philippines, and from Nepal as well. And my background is Irish. And we also had a range of different designers and where they were from as well. It was a lot more of a diverse show culturally, just because Nepal has such a strong culture that it can sustain being the main culture of the show, and Australia is very multicultural.
How do you find Nepali music?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. I've grown up with lots of different genres of music. I'm also a dancer as well, so I feel...
I came to know about that. So I think Marissa is going to dance for us today.
No.
Yes, you are.
Oh my goodness. No, not today.
Please, pretty, please.
I wouldn't know what to do.
I'll play a song by Acharya. I'm in love with the shape of you.
That's such a good song. I love that song.
Okay, so we are going to talk more about Fashionmandu and Racheal and Marissaसँग गफ पनि गर्नेछौँ, तर अहिले पनि फेरि पनि पालो भएको छ. We go for a musical ride. I'm going to be right back. कतै पनि नजानुहोला. Stay tuned.
Livon-The, the evening show at 6.
Alright, welcome back after that musical ride. You are watching Himalaya Television, and this is the Livon Evening Show at 6. I am your host Nikita, and I have Marissa and Racheal with me, and we are gonna play a game because this is a fun-filled show. So I make sure our guests have fun. So these two are for you two beautiful ladies out there. I'm gonna tell you how it is done. So the game is called Move It Up, and what you have to do is you have to shuffle the cups. But then there's a small clause. You have to do it by using both of your hands. So what you do is you're going to put one cup by one hand and put it down, and take another cup by another hand and put it down. Okay. So that way you shuffle with both hands. Yeah. And so there is a marked cup. So within 30 seconds, if you are able to make one complete round, then you win. You ready?
Okay.
So let me set up the timer. If you lose, I'm going to take your gifts.
I'm so scared.
It's very simple. Did you get the rules? You
Yes.
have to use both of your hands.
Just trying to think the best way to do this.
So you do it
Like
She's
this.
very
first.
logistical, so
Yeah.
she'll always have a plan.
Yeah.
But then our calculations are not going to work.
Overthink everything.
Okay,
like
so
this.
do that, and by next hand. Yes. Shuffle it up.
Well, these
One
ones are
cup at a time.
They're stuck together.
Yes, I know.
Have we started?
No, I'm just giving
I'm
you a demo.
practicing. You can practice.
No, you can't. Shall we start, girls?
Sorry.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You only have 30 seconds of time. 3, 2, 1, and go. Marissa is doing really good.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Come on. You just did 2 cups.
I'll put it back.
You have 10 seconds more. Come on, hurry up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up.
Yes.
You cheated. I just saw it.
I think I got up to here.
She almost.
You were so good at that. That was awesome.
I told you calculations are not going to work.
No.
Give it up. Congratulations, Marissa. You deserve it.
Good job.
All right, let's talk about your careers. So how did it all begin? When did you start your career? I remember you guys were pretty young when you started, as far as I've read. So Marissa was 6 years old.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll let you.
Well, I was a bit older. Throughout high school, I didn't do anything to do with modelling. I didn't think I was good enough or pretty enough, really. Serious.
Oh, you're lying.
Serious. I was never the popular girl in school kind of thing. But after I graduated, I had to move. I grew up in a very small country town, like very, very small, in like outback kind of Australia, in the bush. Moved to Sydney, which is the biggest city in Australia, and I moved there to study university. So I do.
You studied in University of Sydney, right?
Yeah, in Sydney. So I learned the technical part of the entertainment industry, but I thought I wanted to do something a bit more fun as well, because there's so many opportunities when you move to a big city like that, and I just gave it my best shot. That was only 3 years ago. So since then I've done photo shoots, runway shows and beauty pageants too.
You have so many titles in your bag, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
So please list it out.
So my most recent one was, other than Face of Fashionmandu,
2016.
Yeah, so in 2016 something I also did was Miss Eco.
Australia.
So I'm Miss Eco Australia 2016, so I'm not anymore. But I went over to Egypt for that competition and competed with so many people. A lot of people here know Nagma Shrestha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was Miss Earth Nepal in 2012. And she was Miss Eco Nepal 2016. So we're very good friends. Yeah.
Yes.
So we competed together in Egypt, and her tourism video was beautiful. She won the award for that one. Yeah, but I had the best experience, just experiencing a culture that you always see in pictures. Everybody knows the pyramids and the pharaohs.
And the mummies.
I got to stare at
Mummies of
Tutankhamun. He was right in front of me.
Okay.
Like, yeah, his body is still in his tomb. It was very scary.
That's scary.
Yeah, but that was my favourite experience before Fashionmandu. Now that I've done Fashionmandu, this is my favourite experience.
It keeps on changing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I feel like it's getting better and better, and I can't wait to see what comes next as well, because I think I'll be modelling and I'll be in this industry for many years.
I wish you all the best for that.
Thank you.
All right, your turn, Marissa. How did you start?
I started when I was 6 years old. I had very light blonde hair like I do now, and I had 5 pages in a Japanese magazine as a 6-year-old.
Child model.
Yes, a child model.
Oh my God, I envy you right now.
Like Gigi Hadid.
But growing up, as I became a teenager, I was very gawky, so I looked very, very thin and very sick. I ate lots of food. I was healthy, but I just didn't have the right look until I became older. I then went to college straight after high school, and I did a certificate in musical theatre and dancing.
How come you manage your time? You're a choreographer, you're a model, and then you also are a dancer. How come does everything fit into place?
It gets in Sydney.
I have a lot going on in my life.
Okay.
So modelling is at the moment part-time. I'd like to take it further, but I also own my own fitness centre. And I teach in the fashion department at a university in Sydney.
Okay, so that's like 5 jobs.
And I also teach gymnastics to primary school children 2 days of the week. And the list goes on, isn't it? Yeah. But when it comes to modelling, it really took off when I was 18. So when I was in college, our college had a sister college, which was a fashion school. And so they would use all of the dancers who were tall enough for their fashion shows. So that's where it all started. and I've done many photo shoots. My favorite is runway. I've done a lot of hair modeling. So the hair artists will cut and color crazy
I love that. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I had long hair like you a few years ago.
Okay.
And then they cut it to here.
Okay.
So it started growing again.
I love the color of your hair.
Thank you.
And I love your color as
Thank
well.
you.
I think we Asians, we have black hair mostly.
Yes.
But then there are a few people who have brownish.
Yeah.
But then none of us have blonde hair.
Yeah.
So that's very fascinating for us.
People get shocked when they see blonde people.
Now we have a trend of dyeing our hair blonde.
Yeah.
So that's why I think we are inspired from you and your culture. Okay, so with that, on that note, it's time we go for yet another musical break. But then I promise I'm going to be back and I'm going to make them play a few games and talk about their careers and their roles and everything about them. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Livon-The, the evening show at 6.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. If in case you have just tuned in, तपाईं हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ Himalaya Television and this is the Livon evening show at 6. And आजको दिनमा तपाईलाई साथ दिइरहेको छु म निकिताले अनि आज मलाई शोमा कम्पनी दिँदै हुनुहुन्छ two beautiful ladies from Australia. So I have Marissa and Racheal guest with me. Marissa Langtry Racheal guest, welcome to the show. One more time. Okay, so with that, what I say is this is a fun-filled show where we like to not just talk about things, but we like to play games as well. So it's time for another game.
Okay.
So what I have for you is I'm going to give you these weapons. You might need it. So these are for you.
Wow.
So I'm going to set a timer of 1 minute. And what you have to do is, with the help of chopsticks, you have to grab the tennis ball from the plate and keep it in the cup. So one tennis ball, one cup. Next tennis ball, next cup. Okay. You have 5 tennis balls and 5 cups in front of you.
Okay.
So let me see the excitement. Why are you so nervous?
Because I'm not good at using these.
All right, shall we start?
Okay.
Sure.
Ladies, are you guys ready?
Yes.
I guess. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Getting a head start there, huh?
Oh, where do we put our hands here? We'll start here.
Anywhere you want to.
Okay. We'll both
All
start
right.
here.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and go! Hold it slowly. You need to grab that.
Oh, this is really hard.
Reaching is really good. Slowly. Woo! You need to catch up. Marissa is doing really good.
I'll slow down for you, Rachel.
Oh!
Fun.
You can't. You have to. You cannot do that. You have to hold it. Look at her. She's doing really good.
Oh, that's easier.
Yes.
Oh, my hands are shaking.
You have
How much time have we got left?
10 seconds
Oh my
left.
gosh.
I think Marissa is done good. 3, 2, 1, and time's up!
High five.
I thought you went to Taiwan and used chopsticks.
Yeah, with food.
She never used chopsticks and she's really good at
I
that.
thought that if I went underneath, it might like roll back onto it, but it rolled off the other way.
You have to grab it. All right,
It's so hard.
Marissa, can you tell me, is the show Fashionmandu a good platform for models and designers in Nepal?
Yes, it definitely is. Fashionmandu is all about bringing up inspired models and designers. So those who haven't necessarily been in the industry for very long, for those who want to learn more about modeling, for those who want to learn about how to walk well, for those who, as designers as well, those who want to get their fashion designs out into the public. It is a great platform because Fashionmandu has a fantastic reputation in Nepal, and their reputation is actually increasing a lot in Sydney, Australia as well.
So how is Fashionmandu different from any other fashion shows going on right now?
I'd say part of it is through the culture, which Racheal mentioned before. It's very much about the culture. The models are just so keen to learn here. The designers really want to work hard, as well as the models. Everyone wants to work so hard here. In Australia, the modelling industry is bigger, and there are more models involved, but it seems to be a little bit easier over there. There's so many people who want to be models here, but because the industry is smaller, it's harder to get in. So everyone works so hard to be the best it possibly can be.
All right, Racheal, what sets Fashionmandu aside from any other fashion shows?
I think another thing that makes it unique is that we put a lot of effort into the quality of the show, and I'm not saying that the quality of the show in other shows isn't as good, but we try and train up people more. A lot of the models have been saying that, oh, we're not used to having so much training, so many lessons and everything, because like, as well as teaching them how, like the sequences, so which way we want them to walk on the stage, we give them tips and we help them out. And we also bring some things from Sydney of maybe things that are normal in Australia, but they're new to Nepal. So we're trying to have a bit of blend of cultures as well, because we're showing how we model in Sydney, and we're trying to combine that with how they already do their modelling, because some of the poses are quite different. And yeah, it's very interesting to see.
I actually want to ask you a favor. I want to know how you guys sing. So can you sing me a song?
I'm the worst singer ever.
I don't believe that. You have to prove it.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, sing me a song.
Marissa's quite good. Marissa's good.
Oh my goodness.
She's so clever. All right, Marissa,
You want me to dance? You want me to sing?
I don't want you to dance. I'm going to spare you with that. So sing me a song.
Happy birthday to you. Is that it? Can I stop it? I don't sing in public. It's really, I get nervous.
I just want to know whether models are good singers or not.
Not always. I don't find it.
I've seen a lot of models who are singing in Nepali industry. So
oh really?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have Paramita Rana. She's a very good singer. She's a very good model. So there are so many people. So I want to see whether you guys can sing as good enough as them or not. Do you sing at all or not? Are you a bathroom singer?
No.
You don't sing at all?
I never sing. I don't think I've ever sung in my life. No.
You're lying. I don't
I'm
lie.
not. Honest, I don't.
Look at her face. All right, so who's your favorite singer?
Adele.
Oh. I really like Ed Sheeran. I'm going to see his concert when he comes to Sydney. So
sing me a few lines of Shape of You.
Oh,
you can do that. Being a huge fan, you have to do it. Come on. One line. Come on, Racheal. Just one line.
Can you clap me along?
Yeah, ready?
The club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Woo! I can do a little bit of the fast one.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But then we are going to do it off record. Kitchen man. For now, it's time we go for our final break. So we are going to be right back. Only on Himalaya Television.
Livon-The, the evening show at 6.
Alright, welcome back after the last commercial break. You're watching Himalaya Television and as at the Livon evening show at 6. I have two models and they are not from Nepal. They are from Australia. I have beautiful ladies with me and we have come to the end of the show, almost. I have one more question for both of you. What do you want to say to the people, or let's say who are interested in modeling industry, who would want to be a model in future? So upcoming models, what are your suggestions for them?
For sure. This is something that's actually really important for me because I've been through really hard times in my life and I thought that my career was going to end very quickly from the moment it started. I thought it was going to end because of things that I'd been through that were really tough. But what I'd want to say is that if you're passionate about it, if you love what you want to do, go for it. Put everything into your dreams and chase it as much as you possibly can.
All right, Rachel, what are the tips you want to give to the upcoming models?
I think a very important thing is looking for opportunities and never stop looking, asking questions, trying to meet people who are already in the industry, and don't be afraid to talk to people and try and get connections, and always say yes if someone has an opportunity for you and you have a good feeling about it. And also just being confident is really, really important. That's something that I wasn't before I was a model. I was not confident, and now I feel so much happier. It's amazing. And for Nepalese models as well, like people who want to model and they're in Nepal, it would actually be a really good idea to come along and watch our show. It's on Friday night, 8th of September at Hotel Annapurna.
Annapurna?
Yeah, Hotel Annapurna. And I feel like it would be a really great way to see what we're doing, to look at some models who are really, really talented and beautiful, and to maybe learn something. That would be fantastic.
All right, ladies. I want to wish you all the best for your show.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming. This is a small gift hamper from our side. This one is for you, Marissa, and this one is for you, Rachel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here, sharing your thoughts, sharing your ideas, and playing games with us.
Not a problem. So much fun.
So much fun.
All right, so with that, we've come to the end of the show, but then I promise I'm going to be back soon. हाम्रो अर्को एपिसोडमा with special guest as always. आजलाई भने चाहिँ I need to sign off. So all three of us are saying bye-bye. Let's say bye-bye to our viewers. Bye. Thank you for watching.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Powered by RUSLAN, 100% pure music. In association with Sping's Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.